everybody. Thank you for joining us. Welcome back. So we're here, excited to be at reInvent 2019. I'm Alejandra. I work in developer relations here, and I'll let my other hosts introduce themselves. Louis, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Louis. I'm a product manager on Amazon QuickSight.
And I'm Memo. I'm another evangelist on the developer relations team at AWS, and we're super excited to talk to Louis today about the new features.
So Louis, tell us what Amazon QuickSight is first and how customers are using QuickSight today.
Sure. So Amazon QuickSight is AWS cloud-native BI service with embedding and machine learning insight. For those of you who are not familiar with QuickSight, I'd like to just talk about 3 key points I'd like to take away from today. First of all is customers tell us that managing BI deployment and scaling it is really, really hard, right? Especially as the volume of data that they have grows, and as customers increasingly want to make BI and analytics available to more employees in their organizations and to more customers, external customers that they have as well, right? So QuickSight being a serverless BI application, QuickSight takes care of all the heavy lifting in terms of scaling and managing so that customers don't have to do it by themselves. And also with our pay-per-session pricing for readers, customers no longer need to be worry about expensive costs as well as managing user licenses. In fact, some of our most successful customers like Capital One, Best Western, they have adopted QuickSight for their enterprise-wide BI solution. And even within Amazon, actually, we have thousands of teams within Amazon using QuickSight for visualization and analytics across hundreds of thousands of employees.
So tell us a little bit more about the new feature that we're here to talk about. What did we launch today?
Yeah, absolutely. So actually, I remember last year at this stage, we announced ML Insights for QuickSight, and we launched machine learning anomaly detection, which allowed customers to monitor for unexpected trends and outliers in their data, understand what is going on, and receive alerts out of them. We added point-and-click forecasting so customers can very easily forecast their business metrics. And we also introduced auto narrative. So, typically you see a dashboard, it has a lot of visualization, table and charts, and then customers can now add narratives to it that summarizes the business metrics so that when a user goes to the dashboard, they can read it and immediately understand what's going on. So those are the things that we announced last year, and we increasingly see, a lot more demand from customers to leverage machine learning in their BI and analytics. Right, so we're doing a lot more there. Customers can actually leverage all these machine learning capabilities, whether they're building dashboard for internal BI consumption, or whether they're embedding QuickSight into their application for the external customers as well.
And someone from chat was just saying that they love the bling. I'm very jealous. I don't have that sweatshirt.
I understand that you were wearing the same amazing sweatshirt last year.
Yes. No, it was. I was surprised people liked it, so I chose to wear it again.
All right. It's already a hit.
Yes.
So Louis, I'm kind of curious. Why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the problems that this new feature will help address?
Right. So last week we announced Stagemaker integration in QuickSight, and as many of you know, Stagemaker is the AWS platform for machine learning, to allow customers to train, experiment, build, and deploy machine learning models, right? So with the QuickSight integration, customers can now take the model that they built in SageMaker and run predictions directly within QuickSight. So whether you are a data scientist, a data engineer, a BI analyst, you can now build predictive dashboards within the QuickSight application and then share it with your BI stakeholders. Now, we see a lot of customers have very common machine learning use cases regardless of whether they are using it today or not. So for example, customers want to be able to predict the likelihood of customer churn, right? Employee attrition, you want to be able to forecast demand, as well as you're a financial company, for example, you might want to be able to assess credit risk, loans, and the challenge with machine learning here is that there are typically 3 steps. first of all, you need to obviously find a data scientist, right? The data scientist will build a machine learning model, and then once you have a working machine learning model, what you do is you find a data engineer, okay? And what the data engineering does is it has to write a lot of application code to extract data from your database to an intermediate store, format it appropriately, call Stagemaker in order for it to be able to use by other BI tools. And then the last part is where the BI analyst comes in, right, and takes the prediction in the database and then creates visualizations and report.
And that's a long process, right? Like that's not something that happens in a day or in an hour.
No, you're completely right. Like we see typically, customers taking weeks to months actually to complete the end-to-end process before any visualization or analytic is presented to the BI stakeholder. So that's something that we want to solve for the customer with Stagemaker integration. And I have a couple of slides that I want to share with you guys in terms of how exactly we do it.
Presenter mode.
So there we go.
There we go.
Awesome.
So basically, our QuickSight integration with Stagemaker takes 3 simple steps. First of all, you connect QuickSight to your database or any data source that QuickSight supports. So it can be on AWS, it can be on-premise, right? And you connect to the data that you want to run predictions on. Second step, you connect to the machine learning model that you've built within Stagemaker. So you can leverage a model from AWS Marketplace, custom model that you have built. And once you do that, you click run, and then within a few minutes, you can start building visualizations and reports within QuickSight. So here's an example, for example, of a dashboard that I've built within QuickSight using the Stagemaker integration to predict churn for mobile subscribers. And you can see that how valuable then something like this would be to, for example, the marketing team that is designing campaigns to address, to improve customer retention, for example, right? And all of this end-to-end can do it point and click with no coding required.
Yeah, so point and click, no coding required. That sounds like it's demo time.
Yes, but before I wanted to also talk about something which is, I don't know if the audience have been paying attention, Andy Jassy at the keynote announced the Stagemaker Autopilot.
Oh, yes.
Right? And that is actually one of my personally favorite new feature that was announced, because if you think about machine learning, we typically see 2 problems. One is actually building the machine learning model, right? And then the other aspect is using it, deploying it, and using it for predictions, right? So the QuickSight Stagemaker integration addresses the second part. So the question is, okay, how do customers actually, how do we make it easy for customers to build the model itself? That's where Stagemaker Autopilot comes in. I'm not going to go into too much detail because there are going to be a lot of various sessions that goes into in depth. But essentially, Stagemaker Autopilot allows customers, help customers run automated machine learning building from doing data pre-processing, feature engineering, and run up to thousands of different experiments to come up with a model that generates the best outcome. And you can do that all through point and click as well, right? So it makes it easy for even for aspiring data scientists with not a lot of ML expertise to be able to do this easily.
Yep. So that's a great place for someone that's new to machine learning to get started.
Exactly.
Stagemaker Autopilot.
Right, so they can build a model using Stagemaker Autopilot and then leverage the QuickSight Stagemaker integration then to take that model and then use it for a BI and reporting use cases.
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool, so now let me switch gears then into a demo. I'm going to be doing actually a live demo here.
So now it's demo time.
Yes.
Finger crossed, everybody.
So first of all, I want to just show the audience really quickly the scenario that I'm going to walk through. Basically, the data set that I'm going to be working with, it's a banking data set that each row here it represents a customer with various attributes like their job, marital status, education, whether they have defaulted on loans or not, right? And then the goal here is to actually predict whether these clients of the bank are going to sign up for term deposits, okay? So that is the goal here. I'm going to switch now to QuickSight, and I'm going to upload the file that I've just shown you.
And this is where you could hook it up to different data sources that could be in different places, right?
Exactly. So in this demo, I'm just uploading a CSV file, but QuickSight supports various different data sources from various RDS engines to Redshift data warehouse to third-party SaaS applications. So now I get to see a preview of the CSV spreadsheet that I showed you. And then we go into data prep. Data prep is our environment where customers can perform more transformation on the data. You can apply custom SQL, drop columns, add new columns to it. So the new feature, SageMaker integration, is here on Augment with SageMaker. So if I click on that, there's 3 simple steps. First of all, you just point QuickSight to the model. And here you can see I have a list of models that are already within my account. These models are actually generated with a SageMaker autopilot. Oh. So I actually just went and point and click through a number of different steps, provided my training data, and I have all of these models, which are like the experimental ones, and then SageMaker autopilot came up with the best one to use, basically, for this task. So I select that, and then I provide a schema. A schema is basically a contract between QuickSight and SageMaker that tells, hey, what is the expected input of the SageMaker model and what is the output? So let me go ahead and select that, and you can see here a quick preview of, it just tells QuickSight, hey, these are the input fields, the type, these are the output field type. You go through several, the next step to just map your data with those, with the schema. And then now you effectively can go back into data prep view and see that, hey, now I have an extra column in my data set. This is the prediction column that tells whether each customer will subscribe or not. I go and I save and visualize. And now what QuickSight is doing is basically behind the scenes is calling SageMaker APIs to
get inference on every row.
Exactly, right. We're calling the batch transform API to make batch transformation job. So you'll also see that there's an extra field here. Now, this may take a few minutes, right? But let me actually jump into one that I've already built.
Yeah, because nobody wants to spend their time watching a little ball spin, so
right.
It's better to have it
we came prepared.
Yeah. Although if you jump to the SageMaker console, what I can show you is what you'll see is in a few minutes, like the job that QuickSight actually kicked off will be shown here as well.
Yeah. So basically showing how it's completely integrated between QuickSight and SageMaker, right?
Exactly. So this is a pre-built dashboard that I created with using the inference results. So you'll notice that the subscription field is there. We can show the breakdown of customers who are going to subscribe or not. And I also wanted to take this moment to walk through some of the new features that we launched QuickSight in the last few weeks. So for example, this is the default look and feel of a QuickSight dashboard. We added theming capability to make it easier for customers to change the look and feel of the dashboard.
Those are the little details that matter.
Exactly. So for example, I can click on midnight as a theme, apply, and you'll notice that the dashboard look and feel completely changes now. Right?
So you can have your dashboard match your company's marketing scheme.
Brand, exactly, and your application
so
as well, because a lot of customers are embedding this.
Because you can expose this, right? That's the whole point, not for just a single person to view it, right? Either internally or externally.
Exactly. You can do things like conditional formatting with just a few simple clicks. Click subscribe, add a background color. Say, let's say you want if customers are not going to subscribe, right? Change the color to red.
Yeah, that's great.
Then there you go. You can add also interactivity to it so that, for example, if I select the yes slice, right, I can add actions to it to basically filter other charts in the visualization so I can do slice and dice.
So you can drill down, basically.
Exactly. So here, if I click yes, customers that are going to subscribe, then you'll notice that, this one. You'll notice that all the other charts basically filter down to values that are yes.
Perfect. All right, so we're almost out of time. I just wanted to say thank you to Louis for being here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to Ale for having me on her stream. And just go out and try this. It's out in beta. It's available in the region in North Virginia today, so you can go play around with it. And Louis, where can people find you on the internet?
On Twitter at Louis Wong. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Yeah, if you want his demo, DM him.
Yep, and I just dropped in the chat box the link to QuickSight, so if you want to go check it out and test it out, don't wait another day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.